476 MRPD evidence.
I have to go up north. What would you like to be dropped off?
By night, same traffic.
Well, I'm right here.
282,
Okay.
same traffic, report writing.
I'm good.
Dispatch 225, 10-8.
What do you think is gonna happen? The whole thing with Soze. Is he still in the penitentiary?
No, he was let out. It was vacated as a mistrial.
297.
Wait, it was vacated as a mistrial?
As it should have been. The moment I left, it should have.
How come this was never announced on the docket?
Well, it was actually.
Oh, recently? Like today or yesterday?
Adams put it there. It just wasn't probably something that you were tagged in.
Oh, I see. Oh, the other one. Okay, that's what explains. Okay. Holy shit.
Yes, it was
Holy
vacated,
shit. So the
it will be
deranged senile shaman is right.
Well, frankly, to be fair, and partially this somewhat is my fault as well. I should have actually declared it a mistrial the moment I walked
I
out.
see.
But at the same time, I was curious to see how the other two would actually react to it, and they didn't do what they're supposed to do, so they as well are kind of on a suspension at this time.
The judges got suspended?
Yes.
Oh my god. Holy shit. So what happens now?
New panel, new hearing.
New trial.
Correct.
I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if he's found guilty again of everything but treason.
Well, apparently he was found guilty of treason as well. Unfortunately, I kind of tuned out for the half of that
No,
part of it.
Yeah, but it wasn't explained well.
Well, then, he has a second chance.
You think prosecutions go through this again?
Frankly, I don't particularly care. Why I say that is because if they feel a certain way about it, then they should actually do the damn job.
How much of a lawsuit does Sosa have on his hand right now? Like, how much money is he about to make? A bank? $1 million? $2 million? For how much time he got incarcerated for?
He could make some out of it, yes. I think he if he decides to go civil with it, he does have a case on his hand.
Jesus Christ. This is crazy. I'm about to make him my hero.
Well, son, that's why we follow procedures. This is the example, the shining example as to why things should be done the right damn way. It's exactly why I just said the officers over there don't question you as to why the bike was evading instead of assault with a deadly or using a violent crime.
I can't believe Soze is gonna get what he wants. Holy shit. They made him
gonna be hurt again. That's it.
Still, I mean, he's starting to get a movement behind him. People are starting to ask questions. People are starting to wake up.
That's how it should be, my friend.
Yeah, and I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm okay with when people ask the right questions, right? That's how it should be. That's what democracy is all about, right? Debating what is right and what is wrong.
You know, my friend, I had a great conversation with Mr. Braun yesterday. And we're talking a little bit about the council side of things. And, you know, we looked at the different positions, right? There's all of them elected, a few other interviewed for, and there's just one that's given. That given one seems to be giving a lot of headaches, apparently, other people. Apparently, they've been dapped. I don't know how many times, my friend. That's the point where this state of emergency that exists, or wherever the hell it is, when's that end? And apparently, it wasn't even passed. Why the hell do they get deputized at this point and have some authority?
It didn't pass, but they still went through with it?
That was what Murphy said to me. Yes. Was never
then why can't he, as head of bar, not go to Chief Justice and say, hey, I believe the mayor and the city council is misusing his authority?
That's exactly why I said to him. Why the hell would you not? You have the ability to make a change with this. You have the ability, you sit there. Why the hell are you going to do anything about it? You know, actually, it was a long time ago, and I still question this a little bit now is, you know, Crane was a lawyer one day and came up to me and saw something that was happening with an old mayor, Mr. Denzel. And his wife, Andy, at the time. They're no longer together, but they were accepting gifts outside of the courthouse one day, and Mr. Crane thought it was very pertinent that that was not right unfortunately, I don't see that, Mr. Crane, anymore, and I feel like a lot of people just become complacent in it.
What is
Where's
this? Are you saying
fire?
you saying he's so much of a status quo kind of guy now?
No, I'm saying everybody is. No
Who's
question.
everybody? Okay.
Mr. Murphy?
Hmm.
Crane.
That's the problem is they're afraid to step up to Max and Siobhan. They hold so much power. So much power.
It's because no one has stepped up to him.
Oh, listen, you have no idea then. Because I have, okay? I have multiple
so
times. But the
You
problem
have the
is,
ability to impeach them, go for it.
I can't. Because
Yes,
if
you
the problem is, I got bad history with them. I got bad blood. So if I try to impeach them, bias is going to get thrown in there, right? It's going to get tossed around so easily. It's not going to come in. I can't bring something to court to say, you know what, I'm not biased about it. Because I am. I feel a certain way about these folks. I'll be honest.
You get to that point where you have the ability to get people who will testify if you have evidence of things. It's not bias.
Well,
It is
I'm
literally
working on
presenting
something.
facts.
I'm working on something that is going to give me the ability to boot something as a buffer. It starts with an S and ends with a B.
I have no idea what the hell you're saying.
It's going to give me the ability to do what you're saying exactly. It's to hold people accountable, no matter what.
Oh, Lord. I hope so.
Trust me on this, okay? Like I said, if I was not involved directly and I did not have months of history with said people, it would not be as hard for me to do what you said. I would be the first person. But the problem is I know how this could be weaponized in a different kind of way to where the right message won't be sent. Because the right people have to be behind it.
I don't disagree. Here's what I'll say with this. What Soze did in that courtroom was a public display of our complacency. We have let everything be decided by this council that we have. You know, so you and I had this conversation when we first started back here and everything opened up in this city. I said, you know, I look forward to working with y'all, right? And like, showed me a tour, went to the broken elevator, it didn't move.
Yeah, Mr. OPD, I remember as a captain. Yeah, it was months ago.
Yes, it was. We had that conversation there. I was looking forward to it because you know what? We had the ability to lay out our future in front of us. We had the ability to shape laws. The article is there, is that I can do it as a common law in court cases, and the other one was as counsel. Unfortunately, we don't have anything that is set forth that people could actually look and see what a damn common law is at this point because there's nothing in public. After all this time,
That's a problem.
still.
That's definitely a problem. That's something that needs to be worked on
Absolutely
for
it is.
sure. Because I mean, it's something I voiced to Crane and the judges. They know about it. The problem is DOJ. I'm sure y'all know about this. I'm sure you're not the only judge that feels that way.
So, it was a time where I did the mayor's job, basically. It was nothing different. I've had my job stripped away from me piece by piece over the last, 10 years. To the point where I exist for docket cases and bench trials. That's it.
Well, I think things need to be defined better, right? So we can all be on the same page. I think this is number one. Number two is there's got to be a way for I don't know. I don't understand. How can we as citizens of Los Santos in the state take control of the direction of the city without allowing bad actors to come in and ruin the whole entire system?
We just said it. That whole council was supposed to be a check and balance. You have one individual that's elected in by the majority of the people. You have the second individual with kind of equal power at that point with who he chooses. So he gets 2 votes there. Who has claimed enough power and responsibility for herself. Who has now been deputized. Who has been daffed. Who is now able to prosecute. Who has her own team on top of it. Someone that the mayor just says, you know what, come in. This is going to be your job. This is not someone that anybody else selected. This is your position. Do what you want with it. And nobody took in the power and checked that. You have Chief Justice.
But hold on a second. Okay. To be fair, okay,
Yes.
a lot of these things you're saying I do agree with, but at the same time, there's context that matter and capitalizing the moment. You know, i.e., being 6 terrorists that killed and attacked the city council. The city and the state being a state of emergency, obviously it allows people to what? Grab more power, because we as the people look for people at the top and leadership to what? Lead us in times like this.
Oh, do me a favor. Look at the MDT. The
It's
legislation.
The militia, the legislation.
Legislation.
Mm-hmm.
Legislation. Yes. Tell me, where do you see a state of emergency? And what actually gets defined there? What power does that exist? There's nothing there. I want to answer it. When does that power end? You already had those individuals apprehended. They also went through a trial. That should have ended that possibility. And it's still going.
That's the problem. What the fuck do we do? There's no end to this. In 6 weeks, I mean, Max can go back to being the commissioner anyways. It doesn't change anything. Except him from the political level, right? He's still gonna have power. Shug, thank you so much for the raid! Chat. One of the best role players out there. Hands down.
Sure,
Please watch our stream.
But reality is, as I told other people, if the foundation has cracks, the building's bound to crumble. And I think the last 2 months I have seen many cracks. And it's beginning to crumble.
I mean, I tried to bring this up to everybody in the PD, and I tried to bring this up as a concern, as something we talk about, but I feel like there's so much going on at once sometimes that people are just too distracted to give a damn, or too distracted to even ask the right questions or spend that amount of energy in that direction, because they're just always going from place to place to place and not really stopping themselves and asking, why are we doing this? Why is this happening? And can we do better?
I guess it is that other part to this, and I said this coyote, if it is to be, that's up to me.
Dispatch 40.
I guess lead by example, and that's all you can do at this point.
See, I try not to do that, Judge Bailey, but I get called spineless. I get spat on. I get disrespected. People think I am riding Max's dick, and I try to do everything I can to protect them.
So then, son, how do you feel like you can do something different there?
I mean, by saying exactly...
You had it all to begin with.
Yes. And guess who took it away?
Rhetorical question, but yeah, go ahead.
I mean, that man was the downfall of my relationship with the captains and the people I cared about so much. Just came in and just destroyed it. He weaponized people in the PD. He made it seem like he cared. So he found his opening. He smelled blood like a goddamn pariah.
You mean piranha?
Yeah. I said it wrong.
2976, Toledo.
As soon as it smelled blood, it went for it.
Frankly, you could use this entire situation, the state of emergency, as the entire basis of impeachment right there. He claimed power as he has not been approved to do so.
Yeah, but think about it, though. How come nobody else has tried to challenge this? It can't be complacent. It can't. Los Santos can't be filled with 99.99% of people complacent. You truly believe that?
Why do you think people won't do it? Because they're just gonna say, oh, it's only 6 more weeks of this. Surely the next one's going to be better. There's no reason why not. Change is on the horizon. We can see it. It's 6 weeks away there, my friend.
Oh my goodness. You
282 should be
truly believe that? You truly believe people feel that way?
Oh, yes. Absolutely.
You don't got food on, do you?
I do, actually. There you go.
God bless you. Churros. Love those.
But I don't know anymore. I really, truly don't. I don't think we as the DOJ have ever met or had a meeting between ourselves. Like I said, I feel like I'm just relegated to court cases and that's it. Every time I see a judge or try to find one or whatever the hell it is for a bench trial, etc., chances are I'm probably busy doing some other things. But at the same time,
282, show me 76.
we're all just
911.
trying to find something. And I don't know what it is right now.
Have you spoken to Crane about this at all?
Yeah, we had a conversation yesterday. I will bring
How'd it
that
go?
up to him. Well, that was more about the case yesterday, but
Oh, I see. Yeah, bring up your issues because you have some really good
I will.
points. And I do think he will listen.